death to the others!
May the shadow engulf our enemy.
Up there, the ruins Lady Mirage told us about. But I don't see a path.
Some of the tunnels in the mine may lead to it. We should go there.
Protect me in this battle!
To my health! And death to the others!
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
To my health! And death to the others!
May the enlightened protect me in this battle! Shadow engulf our enemies!
usual customers? Well, I have everything a miner could need. Greetings, my lord. It's a real pleasure to have a customer such as yourself. How may I help you?
I imagine that your customers are mostly
Yes. Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Here's the entrance to the mine. It may be worth talking to the villagers.
Good day. What can I do for you?
Did you build this village?
Not by myself, no. We did it. We have to sleep somewhere, you know. We don't have much here, and we'd sure like the place to prosper and grow. Maybe more miners will come. Then we'd start to attract all manner of merchants and craftsmen. Do you need anything else?
What can you tell me about the ruins on the plateau?
You aren't the first to ask me about them, but the answer is still the same. I've nothing to tell you. Not that I wouldn't want to, but I've never been there. There must have been a path once upon a time, but it's no longer there. Maybe it collapsed. Some say that you have to pass through the mines to get there. A few of the tunnels do climb. It's certainly possible, I would say. But those tunnels are all closed, and we have better things to do. The iron ore, it doesn't come out of the ground by itself. Do you need anything else?
Talk to me about the mines.
It wasn't us that first dug them out. They're really old. Centuries old. But those tunnels are full of riches. It takes little effort to unearth the minerals that we want. What more could we ask for? Seeing as how there aren't that many of us, if we were pressed to mine all the tunnels, we'd be too few. But the time will come, when folks hear about what we're pulling from these rocks. We won't be alone for much longer.
These are some unusual customers. Well, I have everything a miner could need. And everything else could need.
Hello, you lost?
No. Why do you ask?
It's just that we rarely get visitors. Well then, what can I do for you?
What can you tell me about the ruins that we can see up there?
Not a great deal. To my knowledge, no one's ever been able to reach them. There were some officials from the city that came, but when they saw they couldn't easily climb up to the plateau, they just left. There must have been a path that caved in. Unless some sort of tunnel in the mine takes you there. Anything else?
What can you tell me about the mine?
It's ancient work. The natives must have dug it out a long time ago and then abandoned it. Even if it is strange work for islanders, it looks more like something we would do on a continent. We're trying to restore it. The rock is extremely rich in iron ore, but the tunnels are very old. You need to go slowly. None of us are in a humour to be buried alive. We did explore a few of them, and we're exploiting the closest. But others, nah, they're still inaccessible. Anything else?
If I got this right, this hamlet is home to only miners?
Yes. It's not been all that long that we've taken up residence. For the time being, we've only been working a part of the mine because the veins run so deep in the tunnels. Hopefully, more miners will come, and that will attract other craftsmen to our village. We'll see. Anything else?
I'll leave you to it then.
Until we meet again.
To my help! And death to the others!
can't do that.
May the Almighty protect me in this battle!
To my help! And death to the others!
May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Move away! Things are about... Yeah! A gate. We must find out how to open it.
The door is blocked. And as would be expected,
Protect me in this battle!
To my help! And death to the others!
May the shadow engulf our enemies!
running out. Take a potion.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey! It worked. We can resume our journey.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
To my help! And death to the others!
Hi.
Finally. Here we are. These are the ruins that Lady Lorene spoke to us about.
And she was right. These do not resemble native constructions at all.
Explore the area. Something may give away the identity of the architects. This journal confirms what we suspected. A continental nation had once attempted to colonize the island with the help of the Nords, and they were repulsed. From what I was able to decipher, few of them actually managed to escape. The major part of the journal has faded, and I'm not able to decipher the name of the author. Let's continue our search. We must discover which nation was here.
To get dicey.
In the battle.
To my health, and death to the others!
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
This seal. I know the insignia, even if it has become more detailed in recent decades. It's hard to believe my eyes.
What you're seeing doesn't seem to please you.
This is the ancient coat of arms of Serene. It's a congregation seal. I think the information is pointing to something clear. No possible doubt remains. All the clues point in the same direction. The people from the sea who built these ruins and confronted the natives, they were us.
My son, this information, even if it does explain a great deal, should be shared with prudence. The natives will not find it a good sign their legendary foes have returned. As for the other nations...
Goes to show that times change. To think that you were once conquerors. You're gonna have to pay me more for protection. If it comes out, there will be those who see red.
This must be the reason they kept us in the dark. Constantine is going to be furious when he learns this.
take me in this battle.
To my help! And death to the others!
Your magic is running out. Take a potion.
Cousin! You have returned. How did things go?
Oh, you don't look well. What's happened here?
Nothing. Nothing terribly bad in any case. I must have eaten something that's having trouble going through me.
Seems to me that this illness has been lingering too long. Who prepares your meals? Are they safe?
No one is poisoning me, dear cousin. We are far from court and their customs. It's nothing. Take my word for it. Now then, what do you have to tell me?
We had a talk with Lady Morange and we explored the ruins that she suggested we visit. All our findings point to one conclusion. Those ruins were originally built by the Congregation of Merchants.
The congregation? Us? But Father never once even hinted. Once again, he must have deemed me unworthy to know the secret. How he must despise me.
Constantine.
We need to learn more. I want to understand. I need to know everything my father has kept from me. This question also concerns you. You look too much like a native for that to be a coincidence. Since we cannot bombard my father with questions, others here must give us the answers we require. The congregation, even in the past, could not have made it to this island without help. We are pitiful sailors.
You're thinking of us. But I assure you that I know nothing of this story.
You are perhaps simply not aware, but your admiral stationed at the captainry surely is. Go and find her, cousin. Try to learn the final chapter of this story.
Very well.
Anything else?
I'm going to leave now. Goodbye, Constantine.
Look out for yourself.
These aren't the right crates. No, these aren't the right crates. No, these aren't the right crates. I need a bit of practice. Here are the crates we've been looking for. It appears that one of them has been broken. It's full of weapons.
That doesn't seem right. It is our clients that supply us weapons on Tier 3D.
You didn't know what was in the crates?
No. I don't concern myself with the commander's business. I should take a look into this. I have some friends here that must know what this is all about.
Let me know what you discover. Now, let's mark these crates and get going.
DeSarde, what can I do for you?
I've explored many ruins on this island, ruins that after careful scrutiny were built by the congregation. In one of them we found a journal that made reference to your guild. This document, as are the buildings, date much further back than the arrival of the Bridge Alliance a decade ago. These discoveries raise a good many questions, questions that my cousin would like you to answer.
I understand. All the same, we are in a difficult situation. We are bound by the Pact. I could eventually overlook these engagements if you would perform a service. Commander Fernando, who holds the port of San Mateus, has problems with certain members of Teleme. But your friend here could without a doubt tell you more.
I believe I see what the Admiral is speaking about. Or rather, who. A few of our zealous brothers are overcome by their faith. You already witnessed it for yourself at San Mateus. They look with a wary eye at all those who do not swear faith to Teleme, and refuse to express their faith openly. It is possible they have decided to target the Nauts. We will need to speak with those on Teleme lands. And of course, seek out the Bishop Domitius.
Solve these problems, and I will reconsider the validity of the Pact. I will answer your question. Anything else?
I need to be...
closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the continent.
Oh, it's you, old Menawi. Come and see. I'll receive beautiful things from our village.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
To my house. And to the others.
May the gathering go our
Move away! Hello, Your Excellency.
We have found a way into the storehouse and we have marked all of the crates.
Perfect. I shall ask my men to follow the same path.
One of the crates was damaged. I was quite surprised by what I found in it.
Really? To be honest with you, the commander never told me what was in them. I received the order to deliver them as soon as Kurt accomplished his mission, without any further instructions. For what it's worth, I thank you for your help, and I hope you can accept this modest token for everything you've done.
If you have another moment, Your Excellency, I would like to ask you for your help. We have a serious problem that I did not hear of until recently. A problem that concerns you closely.
I'm listening.
I was told that some of our soldiers have been extorting large sums of money from the town merchants, under the pretext of financing their protection.
Are you telling me that the Guard is extorting merchants in our city?
Indeed. Some merchants have been assaulted, and one of them has even been found dead.
I hope you don't intend to conceal this information. If my cousin learns of this...
Oh no, certainly not, Your Excellency. We intend to punish the guilty party with the greatest severity. But the merchants refuse to give us the slightest testimony. The Guard frightens them, and rightly so. We won't be able to put a stop to these crimes without outside help.
Count on me. I'll take care of it.
No, thank you.
Oh, it's a great pleasure to...
I'm currently investigating an extortion case involving the Guard. Are you one of the merchants who has been threatened?
No, not at all. I've never heard of this business. Someone must have lied to you.
Really? Come on. If you want these guards to be arrested, you need to talk to me.
I mean no offense, but you won't be able to do anything. And snitching don't end well. I want to hold on to my business. And my life. How about some new armor, Your Excellency?
I was told that someone found a merchant's body. Did you know him?
Of course. The town isn't that big. We all know each other here. Poor Renault. We found his body on the street by the port. He was beaten to death. One of his associates half-heartedly took over the shop.
Have the culprits been found?
No. Listen. Nobody wants to talk about this. We don't want any trouble. It's been months since it happened. An investigation's not gonna bring him back.
You are obviously a victim of these bandits. One of your people is dead. Yet you refuse to help me. Why?
It's precisely because one of our people is dead. Now, you can either buy something or let me get back to work. Because I am not gonna say one more word about this case.
The law of silence is at work. Nobody saw anything, nobody knows anything.
Come closer, good people.
Sire, I am pleased if you're looking for...
Thank you, but I'm... I was told a merchant...
Really? Oh, I didn't know.
Come on, don't take me for a fool. You know very...
I don't? Really? I don't. So, what sort...
I'm conducting an investigation. Some merchants are being extorted.
Are you sure? It's probably just a nasty...
Come now. I'm the legate of the congregation. If guards threaten you, I could arrange protection for you.
Threats? No.
You're obviously terrified. Don't you think it's better to tell me everything?
Listen, I've no desire to get into trouble.
But if you don't help me, you will never be rid of these guards.
I told you, I don't know what you're talking...
Are your boots worn through? Excellency, it is an immense honor. What might I... Thank you for your visit. See you soon. Welcome. Have you seen anything to your liking? Thank you for your visit. See you soon. Welcome. Have you...
I'm conducting an investigation.
Really?
As legate, it is my duty to ensure the safety and well-being of the citizens of our town. So please, if you have any information...
I don't know anything. Really. I have only been here for a few months. My partner, who ran the shop before me, had a very bad encounter.
And you fear the same thing happening to you?
This is what happens around here. So I prefer to...
If you denounce them, we could end this and charge these men for their crime.
I can't take that risk. Also, I would not be able to name them. Now, what we need is the money to return. Do you understand? We are very... monitored.
I have a plan to stop the culprits, but I'm going to need the next time one of these guards comes to squeeze money out of you, you must ask for more time. The man will threaten you, of course, and he will certainly bring his accomplice, but when they come back in full force to make you pay for your audacity, we will be there to apprehend them.
And if your plan fails, I'll end up like Ren...
Are you not tired of giving them your share of the profits? And do you not want to avenge your partner?
He was my friend, and his death really upset...
And what if I gave you money to pay for it? If the plan fails, you only have to give them that money. They have no interest in getting rid of those who earn them so...
You are not wrong. I will do what you ask of me. But for God's...
Fear not. We will not let them harm you. When should they be returned?
It's hard to predict. Given their habits, I would say...
Perfect. I will not fail you.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon. Welcome! It's such a... Have you seen anything to your liking?
So? Did they take the...
Yes, Your Excellency. And I am very happy to see you. He gave me 24 hours to... Which means that the entire gap...
Perfect. I'll hide and wait for their arrival. And rest assured.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
I hope you have what we're looking for, my good friend. Our man with the silver coin is not known for his patience.
Well, I moved heaven and earth to collect the sum, but alas, I ran out of time.
More fool you if you know what happened.
Leave this man alone at once. You're under arrest.
We'll see about that. And who will...
You certainly don't deserve such a name. Bunch of cowards.
Yield without a fuss and you'll have the right to a trial.
Really? And then it'll be the gallows. Do you think...
Maybe a lot in this battle.
To my help! And death to the others!
I'm eternally grateful, Your Excellency. You saved my trade. And my life.
Stay alert. Their leader was obviously not present.
I heard about the man with the silver coin, but this is the first time they told me his name.
If they let him escape, it's only because they were thinking of killing you.
I beg you, find this Egon and stop him. None of us...
Don't worry.
Welcome! Have you... Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
We must find this Egon. At the barracks, perhaps.
I doubt our man goes openly by that name. It is the silver coin we must look for.
So, men, how's it going?
Everything's fine, Lieutenant.
Nothing to report. All our friends are quiet.
Perfectly quiet. As soon as they hear about a silver coin, they start trembling.
Good. It would be a shame to have to make another example of them, right?
Oh, there's no need, Lieutenant. They've been as sweet as lambs since Renault's accident.
Accidents happen so quickly. I'm waiting for another delivery today. Have you seen your comrades?
No, they must have stopped at the tavern on the way. As soon as we see them, we'll...
I hope those idiots aren't drinking my gin.
No one would dare do that to you, Lieutenant.
I hope not. Or I'll have to remind them that this... Well, I'll lead you. I have urgent...
Farewell, Lieutenant.
There's no doubt. Here is our man. Let's follow him discreetly.
Who are you? You're following me?
Indeed. We would like to talk to you about the silver coin, Egon.
Egon? You must be mistaken.
Do not take us for fools.
I don't know what you've heard, but you're wrong.
Regardless, you are implicated in a murder and you are therefore under arrest. And we will finish by having you tell us who Egon is and where to...
Oh yes, we'll see about.
Maybe enlighten protect me in this battle!
To my help! And death to the others!
May the shadow engulf our enemies!
So, have you finally decided to follow us?
So you can torture me. You can do whatever you want. I don't know who Egon is. I'm just a middleman.
You must know more than you're willing to say. Come on!
I'd rather die.
Maybe enlighten...
The silver coin. His symbol of recognition. I have to show it to Manfred.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
I conducted my investigation on the extortion organized by members of the Guard. I think I've put an end to it, at least temporarily. Unfortunately, I had to kill some of them as they were about to attack a merchant. But there are still some other soldiers involved that I should tell you about.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I will have these men arrested immediately. These foolish brutes not only harm your merchants, but the entire reputation of the Guard. But you said you've only put an end to it temporarily. What makes you think this criminal...
Their leader is still on the loose. They call him Egon. Although I doubt... I got hold of one of his lieutenants. He was carrying a silver coin, which seems to be a symbol of recognition between the gang members. But the man preferred to die rather than tell us anything about his leader.
Loyalty? Or terror?
Terror, I fear. From the merchants to the guards, everyone seems to tremble in front of this Egon.
I don't know any guard of that name. But as you said, it's probably a pseudonym. Here, Your Excellency. Take this. On behalf of the Guard, to thank you for settling this case. And rest assured that I will conduct a thorough investigation on my side. I'll also make sure that in future the City Guard is made up only of men of trust.
Thank you. I will return to see how your investigation is going. I don't take this matter lightly.
Is there anything else?
No, thank you.
Protect me in this battle!
Ah! We'll make you dance, slag dwellers!
armor that fits you like a glove. We'll make it for you. Oh. The best forge in Tearfredy!
Oh, it's you, Onomenami! Come and see! I received beautiful things from our village. battle!
Move away! Things are about to get dicey! To my hell and death! To my hell and death to the others! May the enlightened protect me in the... to get dicey! I was informed of your arrival by my sentinels, but I didn't think it would be you, Kurt.
Rolf, you're the leader of this camp.
Do you two know each other?
We train together. We haven't seen each other in a long time. A very long time.
The world of warriors is very small, Kurt. What brings you here, my old comrade? And who are these people with you? They're not one of us?
My name is DeBayleLeoharte. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
And I am Bishop Petrus. May the enlightened guide you.
These people sure are important. So, what are you doing here?
I've heard things about this place. About this very special camp.
And we wanted to see what it was all about with our own eyes.
That's very nice of you, but visitors aren't welcome in this camp. What goes on here is only the guards' business.
Does the same apply to me?
Listen, Kurt. I can give you and your friends some answers, but only because it's you. Anyway, knowing you as well as I do, I'm aware I'm not going to get rid of you that easily. So, what would you like to know?
What is it you do here? And why is this place kept secret? Even from your comrades in the Guard?
The natives have their magic, and we have to train elites to be able to face them. That's what we're doing here. Our role is sensitive, and our location obviously cannot be revealed to the whole island.
I see the reason for this kind of training. The Bridge Alliance would be particularly interested in soldiers like these. And yet I've never heard of this elite squadron.
We're still in the early stages of the program. We don't want to rush things. And our leaders demand secrecy. Orders are orders.
This is a huge camp for such a secret location. How is it organized?
The main building is reserved for officers and the wounded. The front and rear of the camp are dedicated to combat training. But most exercises take place outside.
Impressive. And how do you manage recruitment?
Only the best come here. Those who have combat experience. Once they arrive, they're separated into 2 squadrons, each led and trained by a lieutenant. But you already know all of this, Kurt. It must bring back memories.
Yes.
Will you tell us about your training?
That's a sensitive topic. Most exercises take place in the field to get the men used to it. The natives' knowledge of the environment gives them as much of an advantage as their magic. But if you want to know more, you should ask my lieutenant instructors.
Actually, we found out about this camp while we were looking for someone.
A kid I recruited. Rainer.
Oh. I didn't know he was one of yours. My condolences. I was told he died in an accident in the harbor.
Don't insult my intelligence, Rolf.
All right. Since you're here, I guess there's no point in lying to you anymore. The accident occurred during a maneuver. It's regrettable, but these things happen, you know?
We've taken up enough of your time, Captain.
I agree, and I have things to do.
I'd like to question your lieutenant instructors, if you don't mind. To ask them about Rainer.
You've become a real sap. Fine. But try not to disrupt the
I'm sorry. I couldn't contain my anger.
I noticed. Good thing you know this captain so well. I don't think he would have...
Lieutenant.
Captain.
My friend here would like to learn more about...
At your orders, Captain. Sir?
Can you tell us about your squadron?
The recruits who come here are the best. And in my squadron, they get even better. I don't know what else to tell you. They're disciplined, rigorous, and effective. Exactly what you'd expect from the best soldiers.
What kind of training takes place in your ranks?
Combat in natural settings. Combat against the savages' magic.
How you train against the magic the natives use?
Now these are complex, secret maneuvers. I'm very sorry, but I can't tell you anymore.
That's a pity.
What can you tell me about him?
Oh, he was a good one. He died a little while ago.
So we've heard. Can you tell us more?
The training we do outside can be dangerous. Unfortunately, Rainer fell to his death in a ravine.
He fell?
During a simulated ambush. I know, it's not glorious, but it happens. I'd like to get back to work now, if you'll allow it, Captain.
Go on.
I hope that it won't take too long.
We'll be quick, Lieutenant.
The story about training against magic is a lie. This lieutenant has no idea what he's talking about.
So what could they be training recruits for here, then?
I don't know. Soldier!
Yes, Captain.
At ease. We have some questions for you.
Me? At your orders, Captain.
You look exhausted. Is training that rough here?
It's difficult at first, but you get through it. Taming fatigue. That's the key to it all.
Haven't you ever wanted to stop? You've never doubted your vocation.
I'm not a coward, nor a weakling. The strength of the Shadow.
What is that? Your motto?
Our squadrons, Captain.
You seem concerned about your comrades. You keep looking at them.
No, not at all.
Are you afraid of what they might think of you?
Absolutely not, Captain. We are all of one mind in this squadron. We are very united.
Since this is such a close-knit squadron, you must have known Raynor.
Yes, of course. But he's not part of the squadron any longer. He left.
Really?
I don't know what you're trying to get me to say, Captain. Raynor left the squadron because he was sent on a mission. There's nothing more to say.
Sorry, mate, but that's not what happened.
I don't know anything more.
Thank you. That will be all.
Thank you, sire. Captain?
Good heavens. I feel like a bogeyman.
These recruits are clearly scared to let any information slip.
It's as if their life depended on it. Lieutenant!
Respectfully, Captain.
Here is my friend, the legate of the merchant congregation. He would like...
At your orders. I'm listening.
How do the various squadrons in this camp differ from one another?
The recruits I train are intended to carry out more subtle actions.
Really? What kind?
I teach them how to blend into the background, understand customs, observe, and know when to strike.
That's strange. These skills are normally associated with assassins, rather than soldiers.
These skills are always useful, regardless of the enemy or the setting.
What kind of training do your men undergo?
I can't go into details, but they learn discipline, and to outdo themselves.
You mean to blindly follow orders, even to their death?
But No, Captain. We also teach them to analyze situations, so that they know when to act to avoid risking their lives.
How did you become an instructor in this camp?
I have led numerous squadrons before, and I've trained hundreds of recruits on the continent. I worked with Captain Rolfe in the past, and when I arrived on the island, he recommended me for this position.
That's very impressive. And I expect that you're familiar with the natives' environment and magic.
Yes, of course.
Kurt, don't you think that someone this talented fits what we're looking for? You see, we need to find someone who can replace Kurt to oversee my cousin's security.
Your cousin is the governor of New Serene, I've heard. It's a prestigious position. I don't doubt my abilities, but an offer like this, made so suddenly, must have a price.
We can't hide anything from you.
We're trying to find out what happened to Raynor, a recruit who trained here.
That name doesn't sound familiar. He must have been in the Shadow Squadron.
The other lieutenant's squadron?
Yes. I'm sorry. Haven't been much use to you. Did something happen to him?
He died. His body was thrown into the harbor to make it look like he drowned.
I guess it was one of your recruits. My condolences, Captain.
We'll question some of your soldiers.
At your orders, but please be quick. I'd like to get on with training.
Hello, soldier.
Captain, we need information. Your instructor authorized us to question.
Of course, sire.
How would you describe your training?
Yes, we do.
Really? Yet we've been told that your unit specialized in actions...
Yes, I think so.
Problems remembering things?
No, Captain.
What's it like in your squadron?
Very good. The Phantom Squadron is made up only of the very...
Do you trust your comrades?
We're like 5 fingers on one hand, sire. I would trust them with my life.
You've sure got the military spirit.
Yes, Captain.
We've learned that a recruit died in an accident during a maneuver.
No. Of course not. Only to those who aren't strong enough.
That's strange. I was told that this recruit was...
I don't know what to tell you. If you don't mind, I'd like to get back...
He seems afraid that an accident...
No! It's not that. I just don't...
Very well.
Excellence.
These kids are scared to death.
Yes. This boy's answers about his training.
Soldier!
Captain.
At ease, soldier.
We'd like to learn more about your training.
I have nothing to say about it, sir.
Really? Go on, it's not a difficult question. What do you do during...
Is this a test, Captain?
No, it's not a test.
Well, training is difficult, but...
That's an intro. You're very united in this squadron.
United? You could say that, yes.
That's rather sinister.
Yeah. Well, no, not really.
You seem rather hesitant. Afraid of being reprimanded?
No. Well, not at all. It's just that I can't tell you anything about... And we're lucky to have the Lieutenant as our instructor.
We should leave this soldier...
Your name, soldier?
Wilhelm. First-class recruit Wilhelm.
Keep it up, Wilhelm.
Lieutenants, report.
Captain?
Could you give us a few minutes and take us around the site? I've never been here before, and I'm curious to see what goes on.
I'm not sure if we can, Captain.
We are on duty, Captain.
Right, Lieutenant. Let's go!
Are
you coming with us?
No, thank you. I'd rather stay here. Take in some fresh air.
As you like.
Wilhelm, we need to talk. And don't worry, Kurt will make sure...
Why are you doing this?
We didn't think you'd say anything as long as
If you noticed, others will have too. They'll make...
Even more reason to talk. If we have proof, we can take...
Very well.
What's really going on here? We know that Raynor did...
This is supposed to be a training camp for only the most talented recruits are allowed to join. This is an immense honor. That's what we're told every day.
Tell me about the training you...
It's more torture than anything. We're constantly beaten and humiliated, and the slightest complaint, only they even push us to police one another, so we don't dare talk. Whatever the orders, we put our heads down, grit our teeth, and...
It reminds me of the Ordo Luminis' interrogation method. The poor buggers end up admitting to anything at all. Except him.
I heard them tell you about the specialist training against the natives in Hostel. What they teach us would be more useful for assassin.
As for Raynor, do you know what...
Yes. One day he just couldn't stand it any longer. He disobeyed orders, he fought back, and people got hurt. They summoned him for night training.
What does that entail?
It doesn't have much to do with real training. They call us up for it at the last minute. The weakest serve as punching bags for the others, who are encouraged to be... If we refuse, we too become the targets. If you're looking to punish Raynor's murderer, you can start with me. We all have his...
Thank you for telling us all of this.
I hope you can do something. Have this camp closed.
We understand the risk you've taken.
Thank you. Really. That was truly fascinating.
Captain?
I've seen everything I needed to see. You can leave us.
Yes, Captain.
Shall we go? Greenblood, my friend. Do you need something?
What is your duty as Master of Arms? Besides...
What was my duty, you mean? In truth, you may have guessed it, but my main role was to make sure that nothing would happen. Without, of course, turning you into some courtiers that are afraid of... You have to be considered trustworthy to take on this role. But alas, it isolates you. Always at the courts, but never really belonging to it. I spent almost my entire time with you without seeing my comrades. Anything else?
Tell me about your family. Were your parents...
Yes. And to be truthful, I never knew them. I was entrusted to a prostitute, followed the troops. I remember her. She may be the only one who showed me any kind of affection. But that didn't last. As soon as I could hold a wooden sword, I was given a real one and sent to training. Anything else?
I must leave you. Kurt, Willem has spoken.
What did he tell you?
He said the recruits go through hell. They're humiliated, spy on each other, Raynor wouldn't stand for these methods. He rebelled and was summoned.
Are you sure he used that?
Yes. But he told me it's not really training.
And the others beat them. Sometimes...
You knew about this kind of training?
Yeah. I thought it was a thing of the past.
I'm so sorry.
I scouted out the site. There's two parts of the barracks we should look at more closely. Rolf's quarters and the basement, which they refused to open for me.
These people's methods are despicable. But we can't just charge into the fray. Innocent people could get hurt. What do you want to do, my son?
Let's wait for nightfall. We'll sneak into the camp unseen, search the barracks, the private quarters, and then the basement.
We might also try to find out where this night training takes place.
Yes. I wouldn't want other young recruits to lose their lives tonight. Especially Wilhelm. Let's find Rolf's office. He surely has the key to the basement.
This letter is disturbing, Kurt. It confirms that several deaths have been disguised in order... But it says that the recruits trained here have been assigned to governors from different... And yet I'm sure that Constantine knows nothing about... The conclusion of the letter also confirms that the commander is pleased...
So Torsten knew.
So it seems.
He's gone too far. He dishonors us all.
This room. What could have happened in here?
I know this smell only too well. Fear, blood, death.
The Ordo Luminis would surely envy such a place if they knew it existed.
This document explains a lot. Raynor shows up on this list more than once.
Those who resist too much are lynched during night training. Rolf?
Kurt. Wilhelm's name was added.
These monsters want to make him pay for the help he gave us.
We can't let them kill him.
The risk is that...
If this boy dies because of... I refuse to let these recruits pay for the bastards who manipulate them. Let's avoid spilling blood in vain.
These children are victims, yes. But they are armed victims. Are you sure they'll spare us in return?
They're just kids. There has to be a way to reason with them.
We'll do what we can, Kurt. I can't promise anything more.
Nobody saw us. All we have to do is ambush them in the pit. Rolf, you bastard. How could you be part of this disgrace?
You know that this is how the best soldiers are made. Soldiers, grab your weapons! Death to the traitors!
Stop! Soldiers, are you really going to obey these scoundrels? Do I need to remind you of the Guard's motto? Where is your honor?
I won't repeat myself, recruits. Execute these traitors!
Soldiers, listen to your captain. You are the victims of these monsters, and we are here to save you. We're doing our best to avoid a fight, to spare your lives.
Well, what do you want us to do? We have orders, and we know what will happen to us if we don't obey.
Enough! To arms! Attack!
Put your weapons down and no one will get hurt.
Really? What do you think will happen when High Command learns about this? You'll be considered traitors and deserters.
Death is all that awaits us. Attack!
Must I remind you what happened to Raynor?
And however many others perished to fuel the ambitions.
Is this what you were promised when you were...
Maybe not. But this is how one becomes...
Exactly.
Attack!
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
You're finally here.
Sorry, Captain. The boy resisted longer.
I hope your troops are ready for a real fight.
Captain Kurt and these courtiers just decimated off.
Don't underestimate them. Shut up. Your troops were weak and you're the...
What have you done with Wilhelm?
He received the punishment for traitors and
Kurt, I'm
saved him first. We're
By the enlightened, Kurt. Don't let your guilt blind you when the boy's murderers stand before...
You're right.
Recruits!
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
Too much!
May the shadow engulf...
Will you be all right, Kurt?
Yes. Yes. I'll be fine. What a waste.
What do you want us to do?
I'll need backup if I really want to put an end to all of this. We must go see Major Sieglinder in New Serene. I need to tell her what was going on.
Are you sure she wasn't involved?
Her? Never. She already held the commander at a distance because she didn't like the direction the guard was headed. He would have sacked her, or worse, if she didn't have so much support within the guard. I should have listened to her.
There's no use brooding over the past. Let's...
Sieglinder, I need to talk to you.
What's the matter, Kurt?
We've just returned from a training camp. A secret camp, where elite soldiers are trained. Through terror, humiliation, and...
Don't tell me.
Yes. One of my recruits died, and he wasn't the only one. It is designed to create...
I am sorry, Kurt. I knew something was wrong, but I never would have thought it'd go...
We put an end to it all. We had to. But Torsten allowed it. Even encouraged...
I told you that the commander's ambition would end up leading us astray, and that we would pay the...
Yes. At the time, I told you you were exaggerating.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to speak out, Sieglinder. And reveal the commander's project to the governor of the Congress.
If I were as close to him and his family as you are, I would have done so a long...
I know. I feel so stupid for not...
You've always been a loyal person, Kurt. And too many loyalties are sometimes... But Torsten betrayed us all. I'm counting on you to make him pay.
Believe me, he won't...
Goodbye, Kurt. My men and I stand with you.
Greenblood, my friend. Do you need something?
I must leave.